The Bruins will kick it away to start. He'll bring it out. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Making side adjustments here. Smith wants to throw. Finds his man. It's Kane. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Sometimes it's easy for the receiver to get lost running a drag through all that traffic, Jesse.
Yeah, and this is a receiver too, Reese, who's dangerous once he has the football in his hands. So I like the idea.
Turning it on. Makes it past the marker. Has plenty for the first down, and they stop him at the 28. The Tigers, dating to the days of Shug Jordan and Pat Dye, love to keep the ball on the ground.
And the stadium goes nuts, and the eagle flies, and everybody's happy. Run the football, win football games. It's good times on the plains.
Offense has it at the 28 on first down. Caught in the backfield, it's Kane. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup.
This is no surprise to defenses anymore. Everybody throws wide receiver screens, and you could tell they were ready for it. They saw the quick game. They pounced on it, got the wide receiver on the ground. That's not the first time they've seen that route.
What will they dial up on second, and a long way to go? Wants to go up top. Under fire. Grabbed in the middle. It's Smith. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
That's just a very easy, comfortable throw for the quarterback. He knows he has his big target, tight end, running across the field on the drag. Nice play.
He'll pull it on the read. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
The Tigers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Smith dropping to pass. He's got an open man. Still running at the 40. Crosses the 35. Out of bounds there. Nice pickup on the play. Spotted at the 32.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the catch, this guy is a weapon, and he's putting this defense on alert early.
QB draw. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
The negative play leaves them with 2nd and 12. Looking to fire. Got a man. It's Kane. Knocked out of bounds. They're in the red zone. Mark it at the 17, and they are set up. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot and the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn upfield, and you saw that right there.
Fights through the pile and picks up a couple down to the 16.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
The give to the back. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. And the Tigers come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. A quick completion to the left, looking for the first down. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. The Tigers pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Motion from the wideout. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. The draw draws nothing except a swarm of tacklers. He's stopped immediately.
There is nowhere to run and nowhere to hide on these situations. You know the physical ground game comes into play inside the 5-yard line, and they match the intensity. Nice job. Everybody flying around to the football, making the tackle for a loss. Nice job by this defense.
Smith wants to throw. Quarterback floating away from pressure. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete.
Well, on the opening drive of the game, establishing a rhythm and a cadence offensively is really, really important. They've done some good things on this first drive to put them in this situation. Obviously, you just threw an incompletion on 2nd down. Likely going to throw it again here right now. Quarterback has just got to settle in. Timing is important. Get rid of the ball on time. Trust your read and execute this passing play if you're throwing it.
Trying play action. Looking for the score. Touchdown, Auburn. Fired in from the red zone for the score.
Man, great first drive by this offense. Capped off 3rd and goal situation. A lot of times thinking run, run. They got a perfect play scripted. Take advantage of the defense, get the passing touchdown, and get this party started right.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the PAT makes it 7-0. That is what they mean when they say ball control, a 14-play touchdown drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. The run to the left. There he goes. The 30. The 10. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, UCLA.
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
No backs with the quarterback as they line up for the 2. Davis looking to pass. Completes it in the middle. He is stopped short, and the gamble on the 2 to try to go on top comes up short. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And he's going to bring this one out. He gets a block. What a great return, and he flips the field to start this drive off, and he just about scored himself. It is so good to have a dangerous return man. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. We got a tight one early, and they go back on the attack, holding a 7-6 lead. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Pressure coming. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it. receiver. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. And he was looking over the middle and couldn't make the connection.
Well, a great job in coverage on the back end by the defense. You just got to finish the play. That should have been a pick.
Let's see what they find in the playbook for 3rd and long from the 43. Smith dropping to pass. Shoots it to the left. Incomplete. And man, is he lucky to get that one back. Defense that close to an interception.
Well, after giving up that touchdown on the opening drive, they had a little bit of a come to Jesus with their defensive coordinator on the sideline. I don't know what he said, but he, I think, just invoked the fear of God into this defense because this 3 and out has been sensational, dominant. This is the way they've got to play moving forward.
They kick it away on 4th down. He will not make a fair catch. Field the punt and bring it back. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. These two teams swapping early scores, and they'll try to move back on top, starting the drive down 7-6. Got it in the middle, it's Flores. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
And that's why the bullet pass is so important. Sometimes these defenses, they don't give you big windows to throw into, and you want to take that chance, but you cannot lob that football down the field and get it in there. Nice use of the bullet pass, my friend.
They'll go to the ground. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
And after having a nice game like that on 1st down, if you're the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and taking a shot. Because even if it's incomplete on 2nd down, on 3rd, you won't have that long to go.
And the Bruins with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Finding an escape route. Gets it past the 1st down marker and still running. The Bruins moving the chains on the ground, and they've had some great running backs there. Some have flown under the radar a little bit.
Yeah, guys like Jonathan Franklin. And listen, you can always find elite recruits and great playmakers out there in the Golden State.
The Bruins have it with a 1st and 10. The give to the back. Breaks into the open. Touchdown, Bruins! He got loose, and it was lights out after that.
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
How about this? A 2-point conversion coming. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. The offense will have to use its 1st timeout of the half. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point was good to finish things off. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Gentlemen, that pivotal top 15 battle is in the books. Here's how things went down. Oklahoma rolled to a victory, and after putting up this kind of win, there has to be some Heisman buzz around a program that produced 4 winners of the award between 2003 and 2018. No cupcakes this week, fellas. This top 15 battle was much anticipated, and at least one side can say it's a game they'll savor for some time.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. Wide receiver going in motion. Quick touch pass to the receiver. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first, an array of possibilities here. On 3rd and short, they'll ride the running back here. And he just needed a few inches, and the defense was surly and nasty and said, no, sirree. And how about this lower intestinal fortitude? 4th and 1 in your own territory, and they're going. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Auburn's going to have to send out the punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll be brought down, but there is a flag on the field. Let's see what that one's about. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. They'll leave it with him. And after the tackle, we are headed to the end of the 1st quarter. That's the end of the period, and it's UCLA in the lead. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with 2nd down. The give to the tailback. Oh, he's got some space. He's at the 10. Slippery slide, find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, UCLA! You're not going to keep the lid on this guy forever. Sooner or later, he's going to get loose.
He is. He's a bad mother. Shut your mouth. I mean, this dude can make plays. That's why you keep feeding it to him, because at some point, he's going to break it loose and make a huge play.
The returner will field it and try to do some business. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So here comes the Auburn offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Got to give the defense a lot of credit, man, because they've come into this hostile environment and they've quieted the crowd down with some of the plays they're making. They've got a nice lead right here, and they're making it hard for this quarterback to go to work.
Looking deep. Makes the grab on the right. They'll get the 1st down. It's spotted on the 49.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
Quarterback can pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41. Man, he was back there and in the quarterback's face before the Bruin faithful could finish an 8 clap.
I mean, just getting off the ball so quick, penetrating. When you got defensive linemen that can get upfield, rush the quarterback, every Bruins fan will be jacked up.
Well, this offense really is putting themselves behind the 8 ball right now on this drive. Sack 1st down. You've just thrown an incompletion, so 3rd in California. Defense knows you're probably going to throw it. What can you dial up here?
Man, what a break on the football. He read that the whole way. He just couldn't finish it. You know he saw the end zone. He saw the grass in front of him to break on that and maybe take it to the house, but just a missed opportunity.
And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. UCLA will go back to work on offense. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Unloads it downfield. And that'll be incomplete as the pass is knocked away, but there is a penalty flag down. Let's see who it's on. We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. Davis will throw. Unloads to the right. Got his man downfield. They finally get to him. What a play there to pick up the first down. You can become a star making efficient plays and getting first down, sort of like a Mark Harmon kind of way to play quarterback for the Bruins.
And then you become a big star. And in Hollywood, what a talent to do it. Obviously, create some excitement, create some momentum, go to a Rose Bowl, just do big things at UCLA.
Looking to throw on first down. Working that left side now. Turning it on. They've got the defense reeling right now with that big play to the 29. And the Bruins racing to the line in the hurry-up.
Well, this offense has shown you it doesn't take a lot of time for them to generate explosive plays through.
A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Bruins! Snagged in the end zone to give them 6. These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead.
And how about the offense? They spread them out. Everybody spread wide. Easier to read a defense when you do that. They find the matchup they want, and they get rewarded with the score.
Getting set for the point after. And the extra point is good, and the lead moves to 20. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they cover the final 29 yards with that touchdown pass. And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. And the returner will be brought down. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. They've punted the last 3 times they've had it, and now really needing to put a score on the board on this possession. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Yeah, nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat, I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
And now on second down for this offense. Smith wants to throw. Might be looking to run. He'll pull it down. The freshman called his own number and kept this drive moving.
This is the most annoying thing in the world for a defense, is when you start to play all these plays and all these pass concepts and routes, and then you let the quarterback get outside the pocket, and he takes off, and he gets a first down. Like, so much to defend. That is the hardest thing to defend, because you don't know where it's going to happen on the field and when it's going to happen.
Well, they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field. You saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though, how quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
A strike downfield. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Out of the gun, the inside give. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Man, oh man, am I upset at my offensive line to give up penetration that fast? Man, we blinked and missed it.
He barely got the ball and just got destroyed immediately. What a great play. Wants to fire on second down. He unleashes a long one. And it's caught inside the 20. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Tigers.
It's so nice as a quarterback when it's not just your receivers that are dangerous after the catch. How about the yak ability by this tight end? He's a guy that can stretch the field. He can make DBs miss, and he's got speed.
Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Crosses midfield. Past the 30. Past the 10. He took that baby all the way to the house. A pick two, as it were. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. They've got the big fellas out there, a three tight end look on 1st and 10. Trying to get the corner. He has the first and still on his feet. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain. The Bruin uniforms look pretty, but don't let it fool you. They'll stick their face in the fan and run it tough like a Freeman McNeil used to.
Okay, a good pull. Freeman McNeil, I don't remember him, but I do remember a guy like Maurice Jones-Drew, who's a little bowling ball and just ran physical, and just finding those guys that you can feature in your offense.
I love the quick decision the QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
So now it's 2nd and long. Davis looking to pass. This time he's got his man. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker.
Man, you put those slot receivers in there, and here's why you do it. You back them off the football a lot of times, but who's guarding them? A lot of times those are linebackers. Those are safeties. You get those good matchups where you can feature one of your speedsters, and a lot of times good things happen.
Oh, this crowd wants it. They want to roll Toomer's corner, but right now they want to stop on 3rd down. He's got 1st down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
Oftentimes, defenses see empty sets, and that's when they want to dial up pressure, knowing there's no extra bodies back there to protect the quarterback. They were able to get to him on that one, and that's why the ball was incomplete.
Just keeps swinging it. Gets it out quickly. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Right down the middle. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Yeah, just not able to connect that time with his target on the in-breaking route. Got to have a little bit better rhythm. You know these windows are going to be small over the middle of the field, and that's why you try to put some extra mustard on it, but I think that time, that's what forced the incomplete.
Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. Opening play of this drive comes from the 26-yard line. Smith dropping to pass. The short hands, it's Kane. He goes out of bounds right at the 37-yard line. A good, productive play there to get things going. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. Back to pass. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. That's caught. It's Kane. Doesn't quite make it to the 1st down marker. He's a yard short. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. And how about this lower intestinal fortitude? 4th and 1 in your own territory, and they're going. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Makes the grab, got the conversion, and still going. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Tigers!
We needed that. They needed to punch the ball in the end zone. They needed to cut this to a 2-score game, and they needed some positive momentum. Something going well, something to point to at half to say, guys, we got a chance. That drive, they put it together. Nice job by this offense.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Thomas. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Davis will throw. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. Trying to escape and get it himself. He works his way up to the 20-yard line and goes out of bounds there. To the air on 2nd down. Hauls it in. Crosses the 30. He's got a lane. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. The Bruins come to the line in the hurry-up. Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They'll move it back, and it's 1st and 15 for this offense. Motion from the wide receiver. Snap in the shotgun. He's going to let it go. He's got it along the sideline. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout called.
It feels like everything this play caller has called has worked so far in this first half for the offense. They've generated a really nice lead, lighting up the scoreboard, and they're staying aggressive. They're throwing the football. They're dictating everything right now to the defense.
To the air on 1st down. Here's a heat. How about this sophomore learning when to just do it himself? And the Bruins have it with a 1st and 10. Oh, this defense wants to bring some pressure. Rushes on him. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance.
And everyone needs to have their packages. When they go 5 wide and they spread you wide, what's your answers? And I like the defense right here, bringing pressure, getting to the quarterback, and hitting him as he throws the football.
Davis looking to pass. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
All right, you got to be careful here if you're the quarterback, right? Back-to-back incompletions. You've had a nice drive. You're still in field goal range, though. Think about this. You cannot take a sack. That has got to be what the play caller is reminding his quarterback about in the headsets right now. If it's not there, throw this thing away because we've got a chance to at least get 3 points here.
One more snap coming before halftime. On fourth down, looking to pass. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. Just about set here in the second half as Auburn about to kick it off. He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. They open this third quarter on top, and they've built the lead on the strength of that running game. There he goes! Pass the sticks and still on his feet. And there they go again, another huge gain on the ground.
Nice job getting outside, right? Those running backs, they get on those tracks, they run outside. Now they're in the open field. It's so tough. Those safeties are flying down, try to get an angle, but you could tell the speed sets them up, makes the big play out to the left.
The Bruins, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Davis will throw. He'll try to do it himself. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down. And the Bruins in the hurry-up.
And defensively, you've got to know this guy, man. He's got some wheels to him. He'll get outside the pocket. You can't let him outside the cage. Those ends have to do a good job of keeping contained. When you lose it, this is what happens. He can get outside, can scramble, and can get first downs.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Now he's going to break the pocket. Pressure in his face, and he lets it fly. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him, but this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
On third and long, he has to throw for it. Trying to make magic with his feet. Quarterback gets the first down. And this is why a mobile quarterback is a defensive coordinator's worst nightmare. He has just been running wild all day.
And he's just proving it time and time again, man. He has that feel. He obviously has the ability to pick up and put him down and go get first downs, but I think the timing of when to scramble and when not to scramble, he's really got that figured out, and you can tell it's going to be a big part of the game plan. And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts, and I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Throw into the end zone, and it's picked off. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
That's a bit of a gut punch if you're the offense because you went in at halftime, you made your adjustments, you're feeling good about your game plan coming here in the second half, and right away you throw an interception to the defense.
From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Speeding down the left side. The 40. He's at the 30. He's at the 10. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Auburn! There's a reason they call this dude a big playmaker. Moments just like that one.
Big-time playmaker. Can make plays all over the field from all different spots. That's why you got to find ways to give him touches as much as possible because he'll make it happen.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Fellas, it's gone final in a huge top 25 showdown. Here's how it went down. Oklahoma State proved it is battle-tested and capable of winning any place, any time after this one. And just think of the confidence this Pokes team gained today. Invaluable, if you ask me. Just another week in the Big 12 where anything can happen on any given Saturday. As we send things back to you guys.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. UCLA will go back to work on offense. Give to the running back. Got to be smart, patient, great vision. Uses all of that to get to the 29.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
Davis looking to pass. Makes the catch. Love to see these third down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
The Bruins are marching down the field. Wants to go up top on first down. And the ball's out and they're after it. And the defense jumps on him. They get that turnover.
You know, as quarterbacks, you've got to be good in the pocket. Even when things are collapsing and you've got guys swiping at it, you've got to have two hands on the football. Didn't do a really good job with ball security there, and that led to the fumble.
They'll move the wide receiver. Trying to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Breaks into the open. A huge pickup, knocked out of bounds at the 30, but they are in business. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 30. Looking to throw on first down. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Off the play fake. Blasted as he lets it go. And they can't make the connection, and it could get worse. A penalty flag on the field, and it's in the holding zone. Let's get the call. Offense gets set for 2nd down.
Get set.
Looking for a gap. It's Knight. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Here on 3rd down.
Green 25.
Smith wants to throw. Finds his man. It's Kane. He stopped short, and it's 4th down. And he just continues to put up numbers, and that number is now over 300.
This guy just throws completions, man. The ball doesn't seem to touch the ground. He's back there. He's making the right reads. Right now, he is locked into what this defense is trying to do.
The incomplete pass, 4th down, fails, and they'll turn it over.
And they decide to go for it. They decide to be aggressive, try to throw the football down the field. Receiver, quarterback not on the same page. No dice, turnover on downs.
They'll run it behind the big guys on the left. Keeps it moving for a 3-yard gain to the 24.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Makes the catch. It's Bennett. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down.
Simple pitch, simple catch, easy little drag route right over the field. It's a nice timing route. You can run it versus man, or you can run it versus zone and have a lot of success.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Fires to the right. It's picked off. 13th time he's done that this year. bringing it back.
Well, the good news is after that second pick of the third quarter now for this guy, they're still winning the game, but they are living dangerously right now. And they can't expect to hold on to that. This guy keeps making bad decisions like we've seen here now in the first period of the second half.
And it's got to be frustrating because you always talk about taking care of the football, and you've got to lead in the second half. You need your quarterback to play smart.
They'll try the run. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
I'll tell you, this defensive end, not only can he pass rush, but he can play the run as well. You see him beat the offensive lineman there trying to block him and get in the backfield to make that tackle for loss. That was impressive.
Not a lot of room to fit that one in, but he did. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense 1st and goal from the 7. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. They'll run it on 1st and goal. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. Offense trying to pay it off on 2nd and goal. Smith dropping to pass. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
You've got great field position here. You got to pay it off. Who is your go-to receiver that can make a play in this situation?
They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of a field goal, but it's fighting for the end zone, and he dropped it. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover. In this case, the scramble giveth and the scramble taketh away, and the ball was taken away.
And I'm not sure if he just didn't see an open guy downfield or if his receivers didn't do a good enough job on the scramble rule getting open. But at the end, quarterback held on to it way too long. That allowed the defense to catch up to him and create the takeaway.
So he took a chance by using a timeout on the challenge, and it comes back to bite him. We'll see if he needs that timeout later. They are stuck deep in their own territory and trying to get out, opening the drive from their own 3. Pucks it out of the air.
And quarterback, receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
And the Bruins can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Wants to go up top. Catch in the middle. It's Flores. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Looking downfield on 1st down. Got him downfield. Running through contact. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. That roughing call probably stems from frustration as this guy has cut them into pieces. The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. Davis will throw. Makes the grab on the left. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this 3rd period. We've been treated to an aerial show by these two guys so far as you check out their numbers. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. And a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. Using his legs, it's Hawkins. Powers forward but stopped after a pickup of 2 to the 24. This Auburn crowd trying to conjure up a little magic here on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Catch in the middle, it's Flores. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line, a terrific catch and run before he stopped.
And you just get the feeling that this defense has to find a way to get off the field and get the football back at this juncture of the game, trailing late if they're going to win.
Just going to keep it after the snap. Touchdown, UCLA! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And I tell you what, Reese, I'm not picking a team unless I got a guy that can do something like this at the quarterback spot. I need an athlete. I need a little bit of mobility. It just dictates too much to the defense. QB runs in for 6.
Bringing it out. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. After that last drive, he came back to the sideline, and the coach probably said, "You dropped it and you didn't pick it up? Come on, get on the ball, David."
No, that's not what he said. He said, "You're doing a great job. Just keep your head up." Oh, yeah, he got blasted. You got to hold on to the football, Palmer. Turnovers decide games. Those are big plays.
It's tough on him, too, because he knows he let his offense down on that last drive. So you know that guy's eager and anxious to come out here and make a play.
Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. And it's another 1st and 10 play. Quarterback making adjustments. Smith wants to throw. Those two failed to make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, and certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line.
Hey, down in the 4th quarter, you better have a dude at the quarterback spot. They do, and they're going to trust him, and he's going to have to continue to deliver like this, making plays down the field, protecting the football, but we know he has the ability.
Complete to the right. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the 1st down.
This is an offense that has skill, and they've got speed, and because of that, this defense, they can't lull themselves to sleep. They've got a big lead here late, but they've now given up back-to-back big plays. They got to put the clamps down.
Defense there to stop him at the 20. Let's give him 3 yards on that carry. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Looking to fire. Got his man quickly. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Tiger. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. This game must be moving so slowly for this quarterback. He sees everything 2 or 3 beats ahead.
Way ahead. I mean, it's been really, really easy. I better get some more hits on him. I better do something to make him feel uncomfortable, because right now, it's just like, oh, you're running that? Yeah, that's easy. I mean, he's already read your mail. You better change the address, do something different.
He's looking to throw. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. Davis looking to pass. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
And the defense is finally able to find an answer for this quarterback's legs. He's been killing them early in the game, already over 40 yards rushing. Here we are now, though, in the 2nd half, and it looks like they've made a few adjustments. That time, they were able to get in the backfield, get to him, and bring him to the ground.
Trying to make magic on the scramble. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
This quarterback showing a lot of resiliency here on this drive because first down he got sacked, second in California, he's able to scramble, and while he didn't get the first down, he's able to get a little bit of it back, and he's made this third down manageable now. Let's see if he can make another play here and keep his offense on the field.
And the defense brings the blitz. And how about the QB? Really nice job understanding. If I can hang on to this just a little bit longer, it gives my receiver an opportunity to run a better route and get more time to create more space. Nice job hanging in there, taking the hit, and getting the completion off of it.
They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. So here comes the Auburn offense. They march to the end zone the last time they had it, do it again, and they'll be on top. The offense changing the play. Wide receiver comes in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Some hard running there, but just too many defenders as he stopped for a loss.
Great heads-up awareness by the cornerback on that play. He saw the receiver get the ball. He shot downhill and made a nice tackle.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Makes the catch. It's Kane. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. The Tigers come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. They'll try to run for it. Oh, he's got some space. Touchdown, Auburn. They've got the lead here in the fourth.
And this is a running back, guys, that gets better as the game goes on. Here we are late in this one, and he's still breaking off big runs. Impressive, making people miss, showing you the speed. And that touchdown gives his team the lead.
And the extra point is good, and every point counts. It's now a 4-point lead in the fourth. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, I believe someone calls it the Conference of Champions. Pac-12 action today. Washington State needs to pick up the pace, but this puppy is far from over. And with this crowd there in Pullman behind them, I'm kind of banking on a comeback. It's still a one-score game. They're trailing by 8 to Arizona. If anything else happens in this one in the Pac-12 or anywhere else, we'll make sure you know about it. Back to you guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Stopped him at the 41, but that's a big pickup of 15. The Bruins want to pick up the tempo. Looking to throw on first down. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. That's reeled in. It's Flores. Stopped just across the 50 at the 49-yard line. It's a pickup of 10 and a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a W.
And this offense, they got another positive game, but I think they're going to have to start pushing the ball down the field a little bit. Got to make some plays. That clock is not your friend. You got to speed up, maybe work the middle of the field a little bit, but make sure we get first downs, and the rest of the time work the sidelines.
Shotgun snap on third down. Looking for a deep man. He caught it. Touchdown, Bruins. They move on top here in the fourth.
This is an offense that has so much confidence. They believe they're able to win the game when it matters the most. They've got the playmakers to do it. You saw it on that last touchdown. Now taking the lead with less than 2 minutes to go.
And he's not going to take the touchback. Nothing wrong with the touchback, and they wish they had one right now, but he stopped at the 9-yard line. They are backed up, tough field position. The drive starts from their own 9-yard line. Smith dropping to pass. Throws for the tight end. Complete in the middle. How about that effort to get it out across the 20? They'll mark it at the 21. It's a first down. Last completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.